Hello and welcome back to a very special stream on my Forever World where I am going to be hitting 9,000 days played in this world in about 5 minutes. I will be sleeping through the night. I don't fancy spending the night wandering around aimlessly, but within this 1,000 days I have finished this mega project here. I have added both of the towers. I have added the central tower. I have spruced up the entrance a little bit yesterday, as well as finishing off these rooms here. I put in little cages. I will be putting charged creepers in here at some point, but that's probably going to be after name tags are craftable. If I go down here, obviously we've got rooms on this side and that side, and there's some more down there as well. I'll be filling these rooms, but it will take probably another 1,000 days to do that because of what I plan on putting in there. If I come down here, got the crypt. This is all nice, done, finished, nicely decorated. I actually used all of the gilded blackstone upstairs. So we've got 2 more rooms here and 2 more rooms up on this second floor here, just down there, and then on the other side as well. And then if I come up to the final floor, you can see I've sort of decorated it. I've put gold everywhere, gilded blackstone. If I come in here, this is the treasure room. So I figured, why not spend the last day before I hit 9,000 filling it up with some goodies. So I'm going to start off with diamonds, emeralds, I've got lapis, iron, but I've got a few rare blocks as well. I've got deep slate. The only block that I'm not putting in here is netherite because, well, I'm going to be using all of it. So let's just litter around a couple of diamonds. In fact, I'll make this one an emerald block. So I'm going to start by layering. I'll do a few diamonds. Actually, do you know what? Scratch that. I'm going to layer it. I'll do a layer of coal, a layer of, I think iron probably be the next one. No, I want that in my inventory. Yes, I'll do coal and iron at the bottom. Coal is kind of like the replacement for netherite in this, I guess. So we'll just do a layer of coal here. And I'll do some on this side as well. And then after I've done this, guys, I'm just going to discuss what's actually happening next. Like, what is next for this world? Because I have a lot of plans that I want to get done, a lot of builds that I've always wanted to do but never quite got round to. And I just destroyed the floor. Let's fix that. Or just fly straight into a wall. That works. So let's do another piece there. And then we can layer up with a bit of iron along the front here. Build this up a bit. Do the same on both sides. Basically just have giant piles of treasure littering this place. Do something like that. And then we'll do the same on this side. So I have a little pile here. Maybe some coming up here. Just make the treasure room actually work as a treasure room, which I think would be pretty cool. Keeping all my goodies in here. Build this back bar out a little bit. So I do want something for other blocks to rest on. And what should we do next? Think lapis next. Come down here, put some lapis down. The more valuable blocks get, the less I will place in here, just to give the sort of idea of scarcity, I guess. Place some around here. Some at the back. I guess with lapis, it's not really that scarce, although I do need a lot of this for an upcoming project. So I won't go too crazy. Something like that. Next we'll do deep slate coal at the front, because that is a quite a rare block. Do something like that, just place a few down here and there. Let's do gold, then emeralds. Gold isn't that scarce of a block anymore, considering I've built a brand new farm for it. So let's throw these down like that, and then we'll put some over here as well. Just sort of litter it around here. Then we'll do emeralds and diamond. Emeralds. Throw some of these around. Again, this isn't a super valuable block. Diamonds is kind of the main block that I'm going to be throwing around in here. That looks nice. Let's do this side. And then just diamonds left. And then I've finished the treasure room, which was the final room in this temple. I'm going to put some soul lanterns down as well, just to give it a bit of light. Let's throw a few diamonds around here. Something like that. Same on this side. Maybe a few over here as well. A few at the back that I can't see is also fine. There we go. And let's start just putting a few lanterns down. I want to mix up the type of lanterns as well. So just not too many, just a few littered around here. Like so. Maybe a few more regular lanterns on this side. From there, and then another regular one over here. There we go. Treasure room is now complete. That is every room in this desert temple done before day 9000. Now I think if I go downstairs, it should be either nighttime or very close to nighttime. It is nighttime. Let's fly back, take one final look at our desert temple here. All done before 9000 days. And I can sleep when it will be day 9000. And then I'll just do a brief chat about what I'm actually planning to do next, because that desert temple to be finished, I need to do a lot of diamond mining. I think I need around 10 to 15,000 diamonds, so that's going to be a lot of streaming to get all of that, or mostly off camera. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I should do some sort of diamond-a-thon, but as soon as I wake up here, we are on day 9000. Holy 9,000 days in this world is crazy. So, a few upcoming build projects that I fancy having a crack at doing. First, we'll do the overworld, and then I'll go into the end, and we'll discuss potentially what I could get done in the end. So if I come over here, over to where my creeper farm is. This is obviously a giant ice field biome. If I scoot on over here and get on top of this. So this is my creeper farm. And, I mean, taking a look at the terrain here, it's very broken. And this is common with many worlds that have gone through lots of updates, because it changes what the chunk is in the world if nothing has changed within the chunk. So if no water has flowed or grass has broken, then it will stay how it's meant to stay. If nothing has changed in that chunk and you go through a world update, it will change the chunk to what it is is in the new update. So I'm thinking, one thing I've not really done in this world is make a proper castle. Like, I've built the temple over there. I've built the structures in the end. I've made temples, I've made islands and stuff like that, but I've not really made a giant castle. So I'm thinking maybe I spend a couple of days going around here, clearing up all of this mess. Maybe replacing it with something a bit more solid, like packed ice. Get rid of all of these chunks, remove a lot of these icebergs, and build a giant castle over the top of this creeper farm. I think that would look sick. But if I just come down here, for example, and look up, this creeper farm is huge as is, but I think I can upgrade the storage so I can spend longer, longer AFK sessions here and stuff. But having a huge castle here would really spice this up. I mean, imagine having like 2 towers above where these are, a huge grand entrance here. And I mean, the entrance will probably be sort of over here somewhere. But I could definitely do with clearing up this area. The other build idea I've got, which I'm probably going to wait until the next few updates are announced to decide on whether I'm going to do it or not, is actually a few thousand blocks in this direction. And I think I've shown this on stream once before, but I've not actually properly done anything with it. Like, I made a start on it like a long time ago, but up until recently I've not really put much thought into it, but completing the Desert Temple at least as much as I can at this point without the thousands of diamonds I need. Sort of thinking about what to do next has sort of led me over here. So, just across this, there's a dark oak forest, and just over here, you'll see it load it in a second. I've built a giant perimeter. Where is it? It's going to load in any second now. There we go. You can start to see it load in. So I've built this giant perimeter around here, and underneath this mountain, as you can see over there, I did make a start on getting one of these little corner pieces out. Underneath this mountain is a giant ancient city, and I do kind of fancy having a crack at cleaning it up and making it livable. And to do that, obviously, I'm going to need for night vision. Here we go. To do that, I'm going to need to completely make it safe. So let's just throw this back in here, pick this back up, fly down here. You can see where I've made a tiny little TNT carpet bomb, but over here somewhere is the entrance here. I just bombed out so it was easier to get in and out, but here is a giant ancient city, and I think it will be kind of cool if I completely make this safe and come through, get rid of all of the sculk, replace it with deep slate, and make this livable. I mean, can't really see anything right now because I've got the darkness effect. But yeah, it would be cool to make this livable. So if I just get rid of you real quick. Is there any more nearby? No. Okay. Wicked. So I could make all of this livable again, and obviously the entire ceiling will be gone. It'll be open to the land above. That is definitely going to take a lot of work to do. Let's see, exit is up here, I believe. Oh, maybe not. Say the exit is around here somewhere. But yeah, like this is something that, I mean, it's going to take me a while. I am kind of terrified of the Warden. But a lot of leaks that are coming out at the minute, I've not really kept super up to date, but I know there's something going on with the Deep Dark and the Ancient City, so I'm kind of hesitant on coming down here and doing anything with this. just until I know a little bit more about what's going on. It might just be a dungeons thing, it might be an entirely new operation for, an entirely new function for the portal in the center. Maybe another dimension, who knows? But like I said, I'm a little bit hesitant to jump in and do anything with the anciency until I know at least a little bit more. If it's just going to be something for the whole Spicewood thing and something for Minecraft Dungeons, then yeah, I'll just jump in and make a start on that straight away. But if it's nothing to do with that, then maybe I wait until the portal is like able to be activated, if that makes sense. So in terms of the overworld, that's pretty much it for projects that I really want to get done in the overworld, at least for now. There's more that I can do in the future. But I think most of my projects being in the end, I do kind of need something else. So I'm kind of curious as to what you think I should put in my end dimension. I've got Emerald City. I've got the Nexus, which is my storage system. I've got Arcadia, which is always expanding. Like, I've already got other farms that I need to build in Arcadia. And then obviously I've got all of the cells, which do need to be updated, and I need to build more and put any new mobs in that get added into the game. But in terms of the end, there are two projects that I do kind of need to get done. One of which is, like, I can't avoid it for that much longer. Maybe another update or two. Um, but that is this. I need desperately to update this storage system because since the Spring to Life drop last year, I've got all the copper items here that I haven't added into the game, like into this storage system yet, and I've only got what's that, like 9, 18, 19 storage spaces left to fill. So before I even consider filling these, it's probably a good idea to just expand this. There are a few ways I can do it. I can build further down, but the portal would have to remain in the center. But obviously, thanks to the addition of the Happy Ghast, building further down is not as difficult as it used to be. Whereas, I mean, at this point, if I wanted to build further down, I'd have to come all the way down here to the rings and then build that down, and then to lower this calcite ring, I'd have to go even further down. I'd have to fly underneath it. With the Happy Ghast, it does make things a lot simpler. The other option is I build up, and unfortunately, that's not really an option because where all of these beacons are, they used to be pillars, like obsidian pillars. So right underneath this beacon, literally that block there being hidden by the stairs. Can I mine this? Yeah. So this is the bedrock that used to be there. So this was where an end crystal used to be. So can't really build up. The third option is to expand these out this way and add extra arms to this build, where I basically just add a bit of extra storage space. To do that, I'll have to get rid of like one or one and a half or two of these storage things. So it's not really adding that much, especially considering I want to keep this either circular or something along those lines, and I don't want to encroach on the beacons, or maybe I could move them. Obviously, this circle around here is kind of a limiting factor. The fourth option, which I am not a fan of, is I just completely destroy this and redo it again differently. I love the way this looks. This has been a focal point in my world for years now, and I'd like to keep it as is, as close as possible. One option I did think of was simply moving these beacons here and moving the bedrock, which I can't do in survival. but I really don't want to taint this world by being in creative, even though this world technically has been in creative, but only to fix errors. Like when the Minecraft pushed an update a few months ago, the world got corrupted. I had to load a backup. The only one that I had available that was recent was a creative copy of the world, which I never, you know, gave myself anything or did anything cheaty in. It was just a creative copy to take screenshots. So I just converted that back to survival, took the creative tag off in the world editor. So now this world still has achievements and stuff on it. Um, but yeah, like that is an option, but I don't really fancy it. So the other thing is, through here I have Arcadia. Through the one on this side, I have the cells where all the animals are kept. And through this side I have... Oh no, that side was Emerald City, this side is Arcadia. I haven't done anything. Oh, night vision's running out. I haven't done anything with this side. Like, it is completely empty. And I kind of don't know what to put here. Like, I've got a big open void here. There's quite a lot of land. But I don't know what to put here. I do have an end city here that maybe I could take down. Maybe I could include in a build. I don't know. I am genuinely stuck as to what to put here. I maybe thought of building like a proper battle. The one thing that is sticking out to me is this bug here, which has been in the game for a very long time. I think the first or second dragon I killed caused this bug. I mean, if you can't really see it that far away, but these are all end cities. Like, every single one of these are end gateways. Like, these aren't meant to be here. They're all functional, they all work. But I'm thinking, with this being over a giant blob of land, perhaps I could make this a giant statue in my world, which I think would look pretty sick. Like, a giant statue encompassing all of this. Maybe this being like a sword or something that the statue is holding. Because there's no real way for me to remove this from the world, because, can't delete Bedrock on Bedrock Edition. There have been bugs, there have been glitches, but I don't think I'd want to remove this anyway because it's such a cool standout feature. Maybe I have like a statue here holding a giant sword down here, or the statue's kneeling or something. I think that would look pretty sick, but then that sort of brings up the question of scale. If I have a giant statue there, I'm going to need the build behind it to be bigger than the statue. And how high does this go up? I didn't actually look. I think this just goes up straight. Yeah, it just goes up straight to height limit. Wait, hold on. Does this? This is past the height limit, right? No? Okay. That's weird. Oh, maybe it's 256 in this version. Yeah, we're at 250 now. How far are we from the height limit? Is it here? Yeah, it's right here. So these photos go pretty much up to height limit, as high as they can go. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck on what to put here. So those are pretty much the builds that I can get done in this world. Why am I going that way to go through an end gateway? I can just go through one of these. They're all functional. At least the ones I've been through. I'll find out now if I get to the void. No, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, so those are sort of the build ideas that I've got at the moment for the next sort of 1,000 days. Ice Temple or Ice Castle, as well as the Deep Dark thing, which are probably a good couple of streams to get that done. And then lots of diamond mining streams to fill up that temple over there. And then, yeah, upgrade my storage system and maybe build something in the Outer End Islands in the only direction that I haven't built anything. Yeah, I just thought I'd hop on for a little bit, hit 9,000 days, and sort of discuss what I want to do next.